Hey guys, welcome to Shitcoin Talk, episode 62. I'm Dumb, and I've got my friends here. Godson. Hi, buddy. Good
Hey,
morning.
man, what's up? My name is Godson, aka the Violent Masturbator. Uh,
What?
What?
What? Should we restart? Should we restart the show?
It's a
uh,
bad start.
Great job.
I didn't know what to go off of. Yeah, I don't know, man. I trade, Bitcoin, shitcoins, and I buy ICOs and dump on, Binance. I don't know, man. Hey, hit me up.
Okay.
Pass it off to not so fast.
Hi folks, I'm not so fast. And I just do stuff on the Twitters, and I talk about the blockchain technologies, and sometimes I shill things to dump on you later.
Excellent, dude. All right, Roy. Let him have it, brother.
The rest of humankind who were not killed by the Bitcoin dump did not repent of the works of their hands or give up worshipping of demons and the idols of gold and silver and bronze and Bitcoin and stone and wood would not suffice. Hi guys, I'm here. Yeah, it's Judgment Day. That's from Revelations. Why? Because yesterday's dump was biblical, guys. I mean, that shit was talk about the prophecy, guys.
Mhm.
That was fucking prophetic, man. I felt it within me. Like
It was evil.
it was. I felt like something awakened yesterday. that should not be. It should remain sleeping. But
Yeah, we should have let it rest. But
Did you beat it though?
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I don't get off. I don't get off on like a cultist. You know, I'm actually not like a Satanist. Unlike most like really like those like elite people that go to like Bohemian Grove and Burning Man and shit like that. Yeah, I'm just a regular guy, dude. I don't do any of that.
Oh, okay.
okay. I don't know what any of that stuff means, but great. We're here. We're on Shitcoin Talk. We're just gonna do troll box requests today because literally everything sucks, right? That's the general consensus here. Is everything kind of sucks today? So yeah, how are you guys holding up from Bitcoin destroying everyone yesterday?
I just gave it all back. Now we're portfolio ATL again or thereabouts. So
we were up. Now we're not.
Hold a bunch of shit. You get what's coming to you.
It happened
Well,
so suddenly, dude. It was just so random.
This is
Yeah, I mean, we were talking before the stream about possible kind of conspiracy theories or whatever on what it could be. I actually do think yesterday's dump, because no one knows what happened. I think it was probably just kind of like the idiosyncrasies of the market, where it's like probably someone who had a lot of money just decided to dump a lot for whatever reason. Maybe they needed to buy a nice, I don't know, mansion or something, and they wanted to cash out.
Yeah,
Um,
we were theorizing that the institutional hush hush base buy price is 6K, and everybody's sort of having OTC deals fly around that level, and then as the price started to go up and demand started getting a little crazy, and people started maybe letting the price go up and sort of coming to an agreement that okay, next base price has got to be up a little bit from here. That old ancient fucking Cthulhu wallet moved a bunch of Bitcoins and was like, all right, this is my chance because I know there's infinite buy support at $6,000. I'm going to send it all to exchanges and just
literally shit.
just take a poo-poo right over Bitmex. Leverage traders.
Okay.
My thing was so funny. Everyone just outright admitting they got liquidated.
Dude, yeah, there was no one. Yeah, it was crazy. Oh yeah, it was twice too. It was like early morning dump, and then like I went to the store, I like walked the dog. I came back and Bitcoin was down a little lower. I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I go on CoinMarketCap. Literally, nothing on the top 100 was green. Everything was literally red, like in the 10%.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Hold
Tether.
on. Chainlink was up 1% today.
oh boy.
oh, a little shill, shill.
Okay, so,
Yeah, buddy.
here's my theory about what happened yesterday. I don't think it was someone cashing out, okay? Because Bitmex is an exchange where you cannot cash out. USD, you just end up with more Bitcoins. Okay, and when you saw that buy wall yesterday, 17 million contracts holding up at like 6.8 before the dump to 6.4.
The
That's just
Phoenix
like
Bullwell?
no. I mean, no, this was on
Mex?
yeah, Mex. So that was someone holding up support just so they could load up some longs. Sorry, load up some shorts, and get people to sort of, I call it the herd wall, right? You put up a massive wall. People who want to get filled, come in front of that wall, and then you slam into them. And that's what happened yesterday. So again, because Bitmex is not an exchange where you can cash out dollars or tether or whatever, it wasn't someone trying to cash out. I think what happened was there were a lot of shorts, right? Someone was shorting heavily, and the bull whale or whatever people are calling him, the Chad whale or whatever.
I love that, dude. The Chad
Well,
whale.
Chad Whale Thundercock. It's pretty awesome.
He was just pushing it up, buying it up and buying it up, and price was going up. And this guy was like, oh my God, I'm fucking underwater here. So he moved some of his old Bitcoins and wrecked the market, right? Just to be like, yo, I'm still the king of this, this shit. He pulled some old coins, took it all over exchanges, and was
This
like,
is why we can't have an ETF, guys.
Like, actually, when you say the Chad whale, like, that the meme where it's actually like the guy on the computer drinking Monster and like he just doesn't work out.
The
and
boomer meme?
Yeah, he's just super strong and he's got the Chad haircut, and it's like I just imagine him. He's just like okay, boom, market crash. Like, let's go slap some girl's ass or something like that. Like, I don't know, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I think happened. It was just some guy who was, heavily short, and he was underwater, so he had to pull out some old coins to, end it all. But yeah, I had never seen order books that thick in my entire life, like trading at Bitmex. It was just crazy. And, now, but the weird thing now is that there are even more shorts right now than there were yesterday. So, I mean,
Yeah, shorts are like at all-time high now, aren't they? Just about.
yeah. So it's like he didn't even exit.
Are most of those shorts late though? Like they piled on kind of at the last leg of the dump.
Got pull up the chart.
Yep.
Pull up a chart.
Oh, chart guy.
Well, I think they piled on around like 6,800 maybe.
Yeah,
so like, because it pissed me off because I remember looking, I was like, man, all those parabolic late shorts are in profit now. I'm kind of pissed about that. Like, you should not get rewarded for that action.
Yeah.
Like, if you short the future of money, like, what are you even doing?
There's lots of traders that would get so mad at you for saying that, like, oh, fuck these perma bulls, fuck them. This trade the price action, doesn't matter. Be the wind, be the leaf on the wind.
It's like, yeah, price action isn't going to take Bitcoin from $1 to 10,000 like it did, buddy. Like, it's magic.
Yeah, but it's like so if you look at I don't know, just look at Bitcoin, like the forever trading chart from 2009 or whatever. Like, how can you not be a perma bull looking at this? It's only gone up ever. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
it's like shorting the S&P.
Yeah, it's like, why would you short something that's like guaranteed to just continue going up? I mean, it's
we can just keep printing tethers forever. Like,
it's like shorting, I don't know, like Manhattan, real estate, right? I mean, you can have certain moments where the price comes down, or there's a slump or whatever. But in the long run, you can be sure that 100 years from now, the price of real estate in Manhattan is going to be more expensive than it is today, right? Unless something catastrophic happens. So it's
is this financial advice?
Should we all go buy?
Are you predicting catastrophe right now, dude?
No,
are you like a Manhattan real estate agent trying to drum up business? The bear market?
No, but like what I'm saying is, like, as long as the chain is fine, and as long as just everything's fine, the price will keep going up, forever. It's just what it is. But whatever.
True,
But anyways, this is what happened yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of unbelievable, right? It didn't even like there wasn't even like a little bit of what is this?
That's 1 bar.
Yeah,
One day.
that's the date range, not the price range.
Hey, you're on coinsignals.trade, dude.
Yeah, I already have my.
I got you into it, dude.
This is my normal chart, but
Oh.
I wanted to. What the fuck am I doing?
What are you looking?
All right, so
Scarlet
now
letter.
we're watching altcoin underscore Gotson slowly descend into madness. A beautiful mind.
Yeah, that was a savage jump, dude. It was like 12% or something in the daily or something stupid.
Imagine if I like mistakenly click on my Bitmex account and fucking dox myself.
Whoa.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah, that would be
so
hilarious,
funny.
wouldn't it be? Ha ha ha.
Like, holy shit, you're actually poor.
I can't believe it.
Anyway.
Let's see the one contract 100x long.
Liquidated. Fuck. Excellent.
Anyways, like, the fall was completely like insensible. Like, I mean, it didn't even, like, it's not even like small candles like this that it's kind of like slowly, go down. It's just like bang, bang twice, and everything's wrecked. It made no sense at all.
Those daily
ruined
candles
2
don't do it
daily.
justice.
Yeah, it ruined 2 daily candles too. Like,
Yeah.
looks so like it just looks so ugly.
I think that's what the guy was waiting for. Like, he dumped it once, and then he saw the new daily was print. He's like, fuck it, dude. Like, let's just do it again. And then,
But this dump wasn't even that savage because it couldn't even take it all the way down to the bottom.
yeah, I was gonna say, because if it did take it all the way down there, it would have wiped out like all of August, all of the hard work everyone did.
Yeah,
No.
but like
all of the ass licking,
Yeah, all the ass licking,
licking.
all the memes, all the the hype,
the effort.
all of it.
Yeah.
I like that we've all decided that's hard work.
Oh,
All the chart watching and sweating, all
Yeah.
the memeing, all the
I thought you
praying.
were talking about the ass licking being hard work.
That was hard work. You had to fly international flight for that.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Terrible. Just to lick a porn star's ass.
no,
Oh,
but
man. Meanwhile, like starving kids in Africa.
They would love to eat that, dude. God damn it.
Wait. I'm not Roger, by the way, guys. Sorry.
anyways, but seriously though, like this took so much work to build, right? It took literally 24 days to build, and this guy just ruined it in like a day.
I love that, dude.
I'm gonna wreck it.
There's like some guy that's really just trying to build it up. It's like he's fucking doing that like the House of Cards, like really slowly. He's just like really calculated, and then all of a sudden some guy just comes in and just fucking slaps it on the table. He's just like, fuck you, dude. Like I love that, dude, all the time.
I hate it, dude.
I love it.
I want it to be green and up. If only it went up, dude, we'd be like at 9,000.
It'd be a rise only market.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
if only no one ever never sold, guys. Like,
That's the meme. Don't sell. If no one ever sells, it only goes up, right?
Well, that fights some of the arguments that people have when they're like, "Oh, Bitcoin's only a Ponzi, trying to get new people into it, so it only goes up." Like, does those fucking red candles look like a Ponzi to you?
yeah, that looks exactly like a Ponzi.
Like the end of a Ponzi. They look like the end of a Ponzi, but
Yeah, I thought the Ponzi was over.
That's it. That's it, dude. Good
no,
game,
but
boys.
like what
We got to get into knee pads next, guys. The next bubble.
knee pads?
Knee
What?
pads.
Knee pads.
Knee pads.
Explain that one to me. I'm totally lost here.
I'll just let you figure it out. You do
Yeah.
the math.
We're not doing cannabis. We're doing knee pads.
Yeah, just think about it, bro. Dude, did you guys see that tweet today where some guy was like, if you had sold all of your Bitcoin for like Argentinian dollars, or if you had sold all your Argentinian dollars for Bitcoin, you would have less money than if you had held your Argentinian dollars or something.
No,
What?
that's sad.
You guys didn't see that? It was just like the most like biased chart I've ever seen, because like Bitcoin is like on top for like 99% of the time, and because of yesterday's dump, it went under a little bit. And then
Now everyone's
and
pissed.
the
Everyone's
guy
like,
made
"It's a
that.
scam."
The guy
It's a
made that chart. Yeah, it's hilarious, man. I love the mindset of bears, dude. It's so funny.
Yeah, but like yesterday actually is kind of good because this volatility is what you need to break out of a downtrend, and like if you want to get to 50K like end of the year, it's not going to be like some like little crippling up or whatever.
I
It's not
love
gonna be,
50K at the end of the year right after this fucking dump, dude. Just like you see this, like, don't worry, boys, we're still on track for 50K end of year, dude.
no, but like seriously though, that's how I mean it's what what
What the
Arthur
market
had
needs.
said, right? It's like you're not gonna get like this level of volatility is what it takes to pump, like it's not gonna be like some little sideways, like a little bit of action, and like some sort of like blah 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 or whatever. This level like of savagery is what it takes to fucking wreck everybody and go to 50K.
Is that a prediction, God?
Yes, dude. I
See
love
that
it.
chart right there. That was great.
That line was great.
That was the believe in something, even if
The
it's
50K. One step, we jumped from 7,400 to 6,400. We're one step closer to 50K, boys.
okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
no.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna say what's nothing really going on in the troll box. Some people want to talk about the classic. Let's talk about the start coin guy is here. Nice run start, dude. Good to have you. Yeah, not much stuff in the chat. So I mean,
Yeah, I
just
mean,
chilling.
yeah, not much to say. I mean, it's a bear market. It's been 9 months of a shitty bear market, and everything sucks, and everyone's poor, and everyone got liquidated.
Yeah.
Yeah, except me though.
You know, I'm glad because a lot of the posers and like people who are just like fake, not even real traders or whatever, got pretty much ousted or like outed on CT because everyone knows who they are now for the most part.
Yeah.
I think CT got too big too fast. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's just so wacky now, and it's like the rest of the sort of weird, shitty kind of fake side of social media in general kind of ballooned up really, really big and then attached onto crypto Twitter. And then like, it's kind of fun, it's kind of fun having like a big ass reach and have people see your shit, even if it's kind of dumb. But like, it's also really weird to like, you get the people that think, oh, you got followers, now you're accountable for everything and you can't talk about something because it's a promotion that you got paid to do and all that fucking shit. And I don't know the first thing about this. Like
I didn't sign up for this.
Why are you shilling Bitcoin? Are you paid by Satoshi, bro?
Yeah. It's almost to that level. Or like you're shilling the Ponzi though. Like I've seen that accusation before. Oh, you're shilling. It's irresponsible. You're shilling the Ponzi.
Literally, you have to start everything you say with this is
but
not financial advice.
Yeah, like
Twitter's
the
the place where
funniest thing. The funniest thing to me is like the people who say you can't show something if it's like below a certain market cap.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm over here showing coins that don't even have an exchange yet.
Right.
They don't have a market cap. I don't give a shit. If I want to show you my bags, I will. Okay. And if I post a trade and you go and copy that trade and then I get stopped out, but you didn't use stop, so you get wrecked, and you think I'm somehow responsible for your stupidity. You don't even know who you're talking about. Like it's a lot of people.
You're talking to altcoin Godson.
Yeah, it's illegal to take Godson to jail. Like it's actually illegal. You can't.
Yeah, you would be like waging war against like the empire of like wherever
I am a sovereign.
Of places we won't name because we don't want to dox. But yeah, you'd be waging war, so
Someone in the chat asked what happened to Mu Coin yesterday. Is there anything to say about that?
Give us the lowdown, NSF. Give us the lowdown.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some shit that's like not worth saying publicly, but for a basic review, there was some fucky stuff going on with the Mu blockchain for a few weeks now, every so often. And we all kind of had our eye on it, but we were working on sort of shit from the development side anyway, and polled the whole community whether X11's a pretty easy rentable 51%able algo to attack. So we were like, all right, maybe unless in this bear market we can't make a lot of market progress. So maybe our days of proof of work are numbered. We polled the sort of community to see whether people would support a switch to proof of stake, and it was kind of like a not so close but fairly close majority. I think 57% of people wanted it, and about 15% of people didn't give a shit. Oh, it's Bitlord.
Yeah, Bitlord is in the
That's
house.
what I'm
dude.
talking about.
Whoa, shit.
Welcome. Welcome, dude.
How are you guys?
Good, man. How are you
Yo,
doing?
what's up, Bitlord?
Yeah, good. I was just like, I got Dom's text and I saw it was like 30 minutes ago that you guys kicking off. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna rush back home and get on it.
Yeah, it's we've only been on for about 20 minutes, so yeah, good to have you, man. Better late than never, for sure. How are you doing? You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, how you going, guys? It's me, Bitlord. Just thought I'd like pop in on this thing. Me and Dom were trying to like figure out the time zones when I'm supposed to be in here, and it's a disaster. I mean, I ended up setting a fucking timer on my phone, and it's just like,
Yeah,
all over
dude.
the place.
I know I was like kind of drunk a little bit, and I was like trying to figure out time zones, and we're like, what's the easiest way to figure this out? It's like 56 hours from now, and it was like that was like what we came up with, and it was like a little hard, but dude, good to have you, man. Fuck yeah. We were just talking about Mew, so sorry, not so fast.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Where I was going with it anyway is like it's kind of a dick move by the attacker. Had a little fucked up I guess old source wallet that was compiled a little wackily and was able to submit his own blocks to the chain in little mini time warp attacks. So long story short, Mew is on its way to moving to a full proof of stake chain anyway, so that's what's happening. And we had been in talks with some bros from the 4 team for a while, and they're helping us out with that. So awesome. And it's really lame to attack a chain of a project like that, but I know Bitcoin maximalists will say yes, everything should die that way. Anything that could be attacked should be attacked. But the truth is that we can't fucking build what we want to build on Bitcoin. It is too long. It is too boring. Lightning Network is not ready yet. Nothing else is. On-chain governance is not ready yet. So we're doing it on Mew. So fuck off.
Yeah.
No,
Amen, dude.
We're not even gonna consider the maximalist arguments. I mean, like all of it is like really stupid. Like, I mean, half their arguments against alts is like the same shit. Gold, gold, and silver bugs, say about Bitcoin. So it's like we're not even gonna consider it. It's just stupid. I mean, Zcash was supposed to be on Bitcoin. It couldn't, so it became an altcoin. Ethereum was supposed to be on Bitcoin. It couldn't. I mean, it's nobody's fault. Okay,
all those things fucked up. And what they don't get is the argument for gold being like numero uno is strong because gold can't be forked into a million different golds.
Yeah.
That's the thing I've been on about on Twitter for so long. The argument from open source for altcoins. If you give people the ability to fucking do it one way or do it their own way for free, they will do it their own way for free.
Yeah.
Like that's just how it is. Bitcoin can go ahead and eventually steal all this stuff, but it's good at one thing, and that's staying immutable and not changing. So it takes for fucking ever to add this stuff. How many chains got Lightning Network working on them before Bitcoin got Lightning Network working on it?
Yeah, or
Even though there's
Segway
more
or
users.
whatever.
Exactly,
right? Yeah.
exactly. And you can make the argument that all these things are test nets, but if everything but one thing is just a test net, why are people interested in it? Why are they not? They're just not interested in pumping your bags. They're interested in pumping their own. We have self-interest. That's how it fucking works.
Thinking emoji, dude.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Is most of the maximalists are maximalists because they have Bitcoin alone. They just want to have their bags pump. That's it, right? It's not even based on some meaningful logical arguments. It's just straight selfishness.
Yeah. Yo, Bitlord, I wanted to ask you since you popped in. What's your take on what happened yesterday on Bitcoin? So we talked about it a little bit already, but I wanted to give you a chance to chime in here.
It was pretty exciting, man. Like just before that major dump, we're about to start like a 12-hour trading tournament, and we're all hyped up to get involved in that. So many guys wanted to short it, and then it just went fucking bang. Like I think it was like 30 minutes before it was supposed to kick off, it just started that bloodbath. And then we started it, and, you know, a few guys were like playing high leverage, shorting it. It was getting pretty exciting. And then, you know, we started like going long, you know, like when you're shit maxing, and then it started looking a bit weak. And I was like, fuck, you know, I'm gonna short this thing and see where it goes. And dude, I had no idea it was gonna go that low. I'm sitting there, I was about to put a buy in, and I thought I was so smart. Like I was gonna put a buy in, like a real cheeky low buy, and I thought, yeah, it's gonna wick down, and you know, I'm gonna get out on the of the short. And then it came down. It missed my fucking cover by $1. I was like, shit, all right, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take it away because I think it's going to come back down. I'm going to make them work for it. I took the buy off, and then as it's dumping, I started to go try to put a buy in, and fucking Bitmex engine canceled.
Oh.
And then I was like, fuck. And that was the best thing that happened because my short just went woohoo, like to the fucking moon. So, dude, without that happening, you know, I wouldn't have taken that profit. But the thing is, like, it just really, I think it caught a lot of people off guard, like how much velocity it had when it just ripped into it. I mean, and even waking up this morning, I didn't think it was going to break through 6.5. I wasn't trading it, but I woke up and I saw it, like, you know, got down to 6.280, and that was a big surprise. So, you know, the smartest thing I did is just stay out. But, you know, it's tempting now. Everything says buy the dip, but we've been here before, you know.
That thing just ripped face, dude. That was awesome.
We're not gonna go down like $1,000 and not, you know, even catch a small like
We
this.
could talk about face melting movements. That was pretty insane.
Yeah, it was funny.
It's not the direction that I would have preferred it.
No, it was definitely elevator down though. Like that was definitely elevator
cut
down.
the fucking cables.
Yeah.
Excellent. What's going on in the troll box here? Someone was talking about the $74 million short on BTC before the drop. There's some conspiracy theories regarding that too. Like Goldman Sachs. I was saying it wrong the whole time. I kept calling it Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs denouncing their crypto trading desk. That's what people say is the cause of this. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit.
So the $74 million short, I didn't see that live, but I did read an article about it. But here's the funny thing. Like I said, there was a $74 million buy wall on Bitmex yesterday, like at right before the second dump. And a bunch of people, you know, caught it. So it's so weird seeing like the same number on multiple exchanges, like being used to, you know, move the market. It was just really, yesterday was crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I still think something's going on that we don't know about. Like there's got to be some some news. I don't know. Maybe Bakkt is buying like all the Bitcoin they need for their, you know, for their ETF exchange or whatever. Like we don't know what's going on, but there has to be something going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, before that, like when we were up around 7.4, 7.3, you saw all of these, you know, these new experts that are running these, you know, these trade rooms, absolute noobs, and they're saying, look, you know, all these shorts are increasing. You're getting this, you know, look at all these buys on Bitmex. You know, they're flashing the, you know, $50 million buy walls. They're trying to get coins. The thing is, you don't do that if you're trying to buy. You do that when you're trying to dump because you want people to bid on top of that. And it was just surprising seeing these guys like think that was going to, you know, send it to the moon. And it was the same thing like we saw last night when we saw that 74 mil spoofing the MEX books. I mean, they're not here to buy. They're just trying to hold it up for a little bit more. They're probably trying to sell more at that level. And then just absolutely drop the floor in this thing. But you know, if you see buys in the book like that, you know they're not there to buy. You know, they're not going to advertise it. Yeah, and it's like when you see the sells in the sell book. You know, when someone's trying to accumulate an alt, they know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to scare people into their buys, and you know, I think that's the same shit that's just happening.
I think that's gonna be a thing that's gonna happen quite a lot right now because we're kind of nearing. I think definitely we hit the bottom months ago. I think 5.8 or whatever. But as you kind of go down on that cycle, you start getting thinner and thinner volume, which has been happening. And so if you're a whale, if you want to move in the markets, you don't have as much liquidity at these levels compared to when everyone is FOMO buying and selling at the top, right? So you're going to have to make these kind of moves if you actually want to basically take a position or exit a position in the market. So that's going to happen. The other thing, it's kind of a little bit of a tangent. I did want to talk about like the Bitmex engine. It's
Go
pretty
for it,
shit.
dude. I think this is
Yeah,
this
I
isn't
mean,
shitcoin talk. This is Bitcoin talk today. So
yeah, I
Bitcoin
wanted to
talk
talk about
today.
the Bitmex engine because there's a hell of a lot of traders now who have been using Bitmex, and I think they're a bit now they're moving on over because the Bitmex it's so basically inundated with orders all the time, so much action. That's pretty much where crypto is right now on Bitmex. I mean, no one's really trading alts, definitely not, right? I think Binance even has taken a backseat compared to Bitmex, right? So. Yeah, I don't really have much to say on that other than like, be careful. I wouldn't be trading on Bitmex just because of the engine issues. And you can have like a mechanical failure where it's like, okay, I can't put my order in. Well, what the hell do I do now? Or I'm stuck in a position I can't exit, or Bitmex is down for maintenance and I can't exit my position, or the API is open, but I don't have an API connected. And so people can fuck with my API or fuck with my position through the API. So it's like, very dangerous, I think, to play on Bitmex now. Just because of the engine issues, and Bitmex is kind of reaching I think the limit of what their infrastructure can handle.
but
Until
Arthur
they
said
fix that, yeah.
institutional. He's ready. He's ready for institutions, dude.
Yeah,
He
but
said it.
when I said a few days ago that was like I wanted people to nerf, Bitmex, and I was trying to say, just go to, Deribit, go to, One Fox or whatever. And people thought that I was angry because I got, liquidated, and I was trying to show my ref links. But the reality is we cannot have an exchange be this big. Okay, we just cannot have it. We don't want like a repeat of Mt. Gox. This is an unregulated exchange in the middle of nowhere in Africa, trading fucking shitcoins in Asia. It makes no sense. Okay, they're gonna come up there like so fast, and like the best, like if we wanted to, if we wanted to survive, we're gonna have to take it down a notch, or else they're gonna come after it for KYC. They're gonna come after it for some tax bullshit. I mean, seriously, like all this volume is clearly not entirely real. We need to diversify so we don't have another like Mount Gox on our hands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I
I
see when you talk about all this is like Arthur Hayes, just his big ass smile. Like he's just
Yeah.
like this. That's the only thing I see when we're
He has
talking
too
about
many
Arthur,
teeth.
it.
Yes,
So
Arthur
many
Hayes.
teeth, dude. So many, so many
Arthur
teeth.
Hayes is kind of making a target for himself, though, if you think about it. Like, with all the reducing volume we've seen in crypto and all of the increasing volume, it's all getting concentrated on Bitmex. Hayes is kind of stepping out into the spotlight as like kind of a celebrity. Like, it's kind of dangerous, right? It's kind of setting himself up as like this cult of personality, where I know a lot of people who do kind of play a lot on Bitmex and just like constantly are leverage shorting. They're kind of hailing this guy as a god, and it's like, it's not necessarily the most healthy thing. Just because
Yeah.
Arthur Hayes says Ethereum is a shitcoin and it's going to go to $100 doesn't necessarily mean that that's reality or even going to happen. But a lot of these people will follow that. So you just got to be careful. Know that there's a huge target painted on Bitmex right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, when you like have an exchange like that, that's actually leading like Bitfinex at times. Like that's a little scary, dude. Just like Godson said, it's like unregulated. You crack leverage, all this stuff. Like it's a little unnerving. For
It's
sure.
a big target for regulators, for hackers, for people who just want to come rob somebody, right? It's just a big target. So it's kind of like we need to diversify and sort of nerf the exchange just a little bit.
Bitlord, I was curious what you thought, Bitlord, because I know you play a lot on Mex. So I was kind of curious on your opinion on that.
Yeah, you know what? You guys are entirely right in terms of like diversifying the markets, and there's a lot that rides on Bitmex's shoulder. It is a big target, but you can see like you see Arthur Hayes heading out to he went to Consensus. He stepped foot in New York. Obviously, they feel comfortable enough that they can step foot in the US and not have to worry because I think everything's tight over there. I mean, I've been interested how they've not been able to enforce KYC, and I've even queried that, and they said they don't have any plans to be able to be doing that, which I find amazing. I'd be very interested to see how it all works. But in regards to the liquidation engine taking over the market stalling, I sort of feel like the noobs just need to be aware of that. I mean, as soon as you're putting an order in, you need to know these three things. Obviously where you're going to enter, where you're going to take profit, and where you're going to put your stop loss. So immediately, as soon as you get your order in, if we know that these are the conditions right now, you've got to just be lightning quick. You need to have your stop already plugged in, ready to go. And the thing is, like, if you're trading big positions, you need to scatter that stuff. You need to be a little bit more responsible, because you're going to get slain with some pretty serious slippage at the moment. Even small orders. I mean, I saw some guys, we're only trading like a couple thousand, dollars per trade on this little 12-hour tournament. And holy shit, like some of the slippage some of these guys had at market orders, it was unbelievable. I mean, there was like $20 slippage in there. And, that was only like a couple $1,000 order. So you can imagine these guys that are, throwing like 10 mil stacks. Fuck, that's got to hurt, So get on there, play the game. Just understand, you've got to put those stops in. There's going to be slippage, but look, I'm all for it. And I'm going to have a look at Deribit this week. I'm going to get out there, have a look, see what's going on. Initially, I didn't want to go there because I fucking hate this with new exchanges. The problem with liquidity, the only time I want to get on a new exchange is when it's got some sneaky little shitcoin that nobody knows about. And you can pick that up, and you know what it's worth or what you think it's going to be worth. But when you're trading Bitcoin with leverage, you need the books packed. You need it tight. So I had no desire to go to Deribit, not until it picked up. And I feel like now it's starting to get a bit of attention. It could be the time to sort of like go in and have a peek.
Oh no, yeah, I totally agree with you that these exchanges need volume to make them attractive. I definitely don't think people should just go there and get wrecked on it's just, but yeah, I just want people to know like the dangers of having one exchange be way too big, especially if it's an unregulated exchange that can't even manage its order books. I mean, it's just kind of scary.
I think what's going on is crypto's still young enough that all these exchanges, they're not integrated yet. Like if you're trading like I used to on the NASDAQ and the NYSE, you can see a fucking level 2 order book with all the best bids and offers from all the different exchanges out there, right? So like if one exchange goes fucking mental, there's arbitrage directly in your trading engine, and you can take advantage of that like people do. Our bots do. So it stabilizes things a bit more, and like you don't have everybody piling on where the volume is like there is at Mex right now. And so like that, I'm sure that's coming. I'm sure that's in the next couple of years. And it's one of those things that's going to like tame down the price. So it's a kind of a be careful what you wish for type shit too, because that's going to take away some of this ridiculous volume. Like if you happen to have a big ass Mex leverage short open last night, you just won yourself a little baby lottery. Like that's a crazy type of move. And that type of thing, it can't totally happen when there's a lot of transparency and cross book liquidity, which it doesn't exist in crypto yet. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So it's coming probably someday. So enjoy this level of volatility and recognize it for what it is, and try to fucking get filled on limit orders rather than market orders if you can. Like that's me telling you to fucking anticipate moves rather than retail in on them once something breaks. You can't really, it's hard to do breakout stuff when you're anticipating the breakout, but fuck that it is what it is. It is what it is. Slippage will happen.
Yeah, I know, like Bitlord said, I mean, I've seen the slippage sometimes on there, like $20 is, yeah, that's maybe on the tame side sometimes when these big moves are happening too. So it's a little crazy, dude.
Okay, so like I'm gonna throw out a conspiracy theory, right?
Let's hear it, dude.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I like these.
Yeah.
T-Mac, channeling T-Mac.
I don't actually think the engine cannot handle the order book. I just think they don't want to, and they just throw out that protection to you. That's what I think happens. I think it's just like way too much is going on right now, and we don't want to handle any of this, so we're just going to reject it and tell you, oh, we're overloaded. It's not like some kind of, like if you write code, sometimes you have to add in like a little bit of, if something's going wrong and you don't know what it is, but you don't want to handle it, right now, you just throw out like a fake error, notice, be like, yo, error, go away, go back down. That's what I think it is actually.
Do you think like when Mex goes down, it's a little insider trading break? They draw the curtains and they play some intermission music, and then
Like eat lunch, like, grab a coffee.
It's not just when it goes down, like when it tells you, when you try to put it, put it on. So when it went down and it came back up and the price was like $1,000 dollars or whatever, and I was up, I was trying to get in like a long, and I couldn't because it was just telling me, oh, we're overloaded, overloaded, and I just saw the price move up like $100 like a second.
Yeah. Who is able to get the orders in? How?
Yeah. Who's this person who's able to get in an order at a specific time?
And then it's just Arthur's smile, dude. That's all I see. Every time someone says something, so many teeth, dude.
Yeah, I think that just they don't want to handle the order right now because maybe it's the slippage, maybe it's they don't want to like mismatch orders or something. So they just throw out like an error, be like, yo, okay, go away, come back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, go take a break. Go outside for a second.
Yo, you know how SoCal always has his like skull mouth mask on?
Yeah.
We need one of the crypto apparel people out there to make an Arthur Hayes mouth mask print.
Yes! Yes, dude. Holy fuck, yes.
I want that many teeth on my face.
Dude, I saw that picture. I was just I like literally counted. I was like, you can see all of them. Every single one of them. You can see all the teeth. And they're nice, too. He's got a nice smile.
He does.
If you can run an exchange like that, you probably have the biggest smile in the world, dude. That's what I'll say. In the troll box, people are talking about like Bitcoin dark pump. That was a little weird. I don't know if anybody saw that or anybody gives a shit really.
Yeah,
nobody's on Polo right now except like old school people, kind of.
Yeah, people were
celebrating.
People were celebrating that dump, and it was only on like pump. It was only on like 20 Bitcoin volume.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I'm not really.
Yeah,
not really understanding what was going on there.
Yeah, dude, I managed to. It was Bitcoin dark. A few of those other old school coins like Hunter Coin. Fuck, what's it called?
Bytom.
Sorry.
Oh, Bitmark.
And
Bitmark.
Fuck, what's the other one?
Are you talking about Pascal?
Bitcoin Plus.
Bitcoin Plus, yeah.
Bitcoin Plus. What even is that?
Oh, dude, that was like that thing's ridiculous. That thing had the most fucking ridiculous pumps, like 2 years ago or a year ago.
Oh,
it
yeah,
just
dude.
No sense whatsoever. And even back in the early days of Polo, there was some of the Polo, like when the troll box was still going, there was some of the Polo mods that were actually pumping XBC, like Bitcoin Plus, and it just like there's like this. I'm pretty sure it's like a small group of guys that pretty much own like 90% of that thing, and that's how I managed to get so high. But yeah, I managed to get some of my friends like involved in that, and they managed to like take a couple bucks, but it's only just sort of small amounts because there's nothing happening on the books. There's no liquidity, but I mean, even just a small amount. I mean, it's exciting and it's good, but I feel like DOGE was the real showstopper, like through Polo, this past 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, even yesterday, Dogecoin didn't really give a shit about Bitcoin. It's still sitting at 76 satoshis. So
the
really
true store of value ended up being Dogecoin.
Yeah, I know, right, dude?
I've got something to say about Dogecoin. Is fucking like who is doing all this stuff? Because like Dogecoin has gotten to like USD markets on Bittrex, USDT markets on.
I know, dude.
So awesome.
It's on Robinhood. It's fucking like who is doing this?
It's got insane OTC volume, bro.
It does. It makes perfect sense though, because you look at Dogecoin. I mean, it's got a big enough network. It's secure. It's stable. No one's going to fuck that chain up. And it's perfect for normies because it's cheap. It's fun. It's just it's this currency that we made on a meme, on a joke. It's harmless, So if we can sell that to people. What's the Doge cost you right now? Like not even a fraction of a cent. So it's cool. People spend like $10. They want to get into crypto. They get a whole bunch of Dogecoin, and it's exciting. It's
like at least it's fun.
Yeah, but,
exactly.
Like, you know how like for a coin to get listed or to get new markets, someone has to go to the exchange and be like, hey, this is this. Here's some money, backroom trades, whatever. It's like Dogecoin is making all these moves, and we don't know who it is that's behind this, right? Like, who's the person bribing Polo to give it like
Dogecoin ETF when, dude? Like
who is the Dogecoin true Chad whale?
It's
Yeah.
like when Vergecoin was making like all these moves back in the day. We didn't know like why it was doing this, and then it pumped like 1,000%, and fucking McPhee started shilling it, and everyone's like, oh, okay, so it's actually this group that were behind it the whole time. It's like, I'm sure there's some group out there right now who's behind Dogecoin, like accumulated it, and they're just like putting it like USD on ramps, putting it on Robinhood, and some shit is gonna go down, and you're gonna see Doge stock exchange, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck happened here? And there's just something's going on, like someone's behind.
I love it.
All right,
I
so
think what it-
Godson has become a complete conspiracy theorist. This
Yeah,
episode.
seriously, dude.
I think what it is with Dogecoin, I mean, all the smart investors have been on board with that one. I mean, it fits a perfect category. It's got like a conflict-free past. It's this cute, funny meme. The price point is a big one though. Like, having that history, having that reliable history, but then also fitting perfectly in the price point for normies. I mean, you got to understand like normies, right? I mean, Ethereum, it's pretty expensive. They want a couple F, they got to spend a decent stack of cash to get one Bitcoin. Holy shit! I mean, you got to lash out like $6.5 grand right now. Something like Doge is perfect because all these people, they can spend $100 and they're getting value for money, and they don't think about something like a market cap. They don't give a shit that it's like 571 million, like over $500 million of these shit coins out there. They only look at it like, oh, it's this cost me like 0.0049 cents. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of them. I'll buy $1,000 of it. It's
You're
value for money.
It's going up, like perfect.
Yeah,
You're
and that's
absolutely right.
why
Like,
you're seeing it. Yeah,
people
that's why
don't
you're
like the
seeing it on
fucking
these.
law of large numbers too. Like they want large numbers of something if they're going to spend something. Like, oh fuck, I saw an article like just recently in some dumbass mainstream normie publication where it's like, well, Bitcoin is so expensive to own right now, and like that meme of you can own a fraction of a Bitcoin. Like normie, they don't under fucking stand that. They're never going to. Like that's not a selling point. You're just kind of preaching to your own choir and thinking that it's like it's doing something, but it's not. You need something that's cheap and numerous, so people think like, well, I'll spend a little bit of money on them and I get a whole fuckload of them, and if I lose a bunch, like it's okay.
That's why there's such great communities around Tron and Sia and
Oh
Ripple. Yeah.
If you can't be a millionaire, there's all this millionaire memeing in the culture, but like if you can go get 1 million Tron and like have that go up, you're like, well, I may not be a millionaire in dollars, but I am a Tronlionaire, and Justin's gonna take me to the moon.
Hashtag why Tron.
Fuck, I love normies.
Just kidding,
I
y'all are
mean-
cool. Come buy our bags.
yeah.
No.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
like I remember when Ripple was doing the backroom deals to try to get into Coinbase, and like you know how much that cost, and you know how much work that took, right? And they still didn't get in, and Dogecoin, this leaderless, like no one, it doesn't have a Vitalik or a Roger Ver, it doesn't have anyone important.
It's the
And for
Bogdanovs,
some
dude.
reason,
It's the Bogdanovs.
It's all controlled by the box now.
and for some reason it's getting USD markets on exchanges, on big exchanges. It's on Robinhood, and you're like, what? Why? Who's doing this? It's just like something needs to someone needs to tell me what's going on.
It's because the people that run the exchanges, I think they'd be smart enough to invest in Doge because they know they can sell that to normies easily. But I feel like as well, they know people are going to buy it. It's good for it's good for fees. It's good for they understand their customers, and I think it just all comes down to price point really, and the fact that Doge has got a conflict-free price. So
I think that's actually, I think it's because if you're a big exchange like Coinbase or whatever, or anyone else, Robinhood, it's like I could list out of all the cheap ones, I could list Tron or Ripple or whatever. Those all I have to kind of take a political stance almost in order to list them. But I don't have to take any political stance to list Dogecoin, right? And then people,
all of those
normies, are
things
still
could
going to
be
buy
scams,
those.
and like Doge, like it's obviously there's no ill intent behind it.
Right, so you could still get the benefit of listing a super low sat coin for the normies while not simultaneously not taking any biases in one way or the other.
Then why
And not
does
exposing
Binance
themselves.
not have Dogecoin? Do you guys have an
what the
opinion?
fuck?
Yeah, dude, seriously. Why? Is there like a reason for this, or is it just like ignorance? Or what?
CZ, look, the thing is, CZ, he bought a lot of Dogecoin back in 2014, and he got completely wrecked.
He's just
So
pissed.
yeah, it's revenge.
He's waiting for it to break like 100 sats, then he's gonna add it, pump it to all-time high, and get out at break even, right?
It really
That's
annoys
the
me.
good theory.
It just really annoys me that he hasn't added Dogecoin. It just shits me so much, man. I mean, that is like the purest coin out there. No sense that they haven't done that.
Well, Chinese people eat dogs, so maybe that.
Oh,
My God, dude. Come on, dude.
Maybe there's like a cultural bias.
It's not shitcoin talk without a little bit of racism, dude. Like that's what we
I'm
need.
just saying, maybe that's like CZ. He's like, you know what?
No,
enough.
dude.
I don't like dogs. I don't respect dogs. Cats, I'll list Monocoin. I'm not gonna list Dogecoin.
you know what?
Good Christ.
The Dogecoin community, they're going to get together. I reckon they're going to do it soon, and they're going to start shilling to Binance so hard. And when that community gets together to do something, they can do anything. I mean, they're magic, man. So when they want to list, they're just going to like walk through the door and list themselves. That's how they're going to do it.
CZ's gonna get a call from Igor Bogdanov, and it's gonna go down.
Dude, yeah, like they raised like the Jamaican bobsled team from like the dead, dude. Like they got a NASCAR when it was cool to get a NASCAR. Like they did so much shit, dude. Like it's crazy. Yeah, I just can't believe the community vote hasn't got Dogecoin, to be honest. Like they just need to band up and do the damn thing.
But that's the thing. I mean, there's so many like I don't want to say this, but there's so many dumb communities out there these days that they just like they're out. They like they're bigger. Some of these communities are so dumb, but they're bigger than like some of these like older communities, that are like switched on and sort of more crypto, like Dogecoin, for example. I mean, really, some of these, I'm literally, I get amazed sometimes, like the members that are a part of it, they are so like, I don't know, dumb is the word. It really is.
So we have a question here. This is not necessarily crypto related. This guy says, what do you guys think about the sinking of fiat currencies? Will we see the euro and specifically the dollar debt bubble popping in our lifetime? Anyone want to take that?
Oh my God. So I posted a tweet that when people were saying crypto is going to 3K, I made a joke about how like the whole like financial ecosystem is going to 3K, and that was because like what we're seeing right now is kind of like it's so many currencies, fiat currencies around the world are like going through hyperinflation right now. It's ridiculous. Like in my lifetime, I don't remember a time when multiple countries have had like before, like last year it was just Zimbabwe, but now it's fucking Argentina and Venezuela and Iran,
Turkey as well,
and Turkey, and it's like everyone's getting wrecked. And it's like
everyone's getting liquidated.
Yeah, literally.
If you follow real estate, they're talking about weakness in the real estate market, which is like the least the most stable market out there. So if real estate is weak, then shit's going down. So it's not just crypto that's getting wrecked; it's literally everything.
Dude,
I mean,
this is the second time you brought up real estate.
I like real estate. Okay, Bitcoin price is like 28 grand in Iran right now, right? It's like trading at a heavy premium in Iran. It's like 28 grand a piece. It's actually like crossed the previous all-time high that we've had.
Well,
so you
gotta be careful with those news pieces because they're not always. Journalistic integrity is not what it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, we have CNBC showing us charts that fucking counter traded and make money every single time.
How to buy Ripple at $4.
Dude, like I was thinking the other day, was like it's getting kind of shaky to counter trade CNBC, and then after yesterday, I was like, never mind. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's okay still, guys.
CNBC still got it.
Yeah, they still got the charm. You guys have any other opinions about the debt bubble popping in our lifetime?
Popping in our lifetime, it's not gonna like do a pop like in a Black Swan event where all money goes away and we have to go all crypto and everybody just says, "Oh God, I wish we bought the Doge when we could have."
when Shitcoin Talk was talking about it.
But like it's gonna do one of those slow slides, like slow, shitty sounding deflatings, and I'm not sure exactly what sector is gonna be first, and you can sort of see it with like product size shrinkage, like how there used to be enough in a cereal box to like fill up a few breakfast worth of cereal bowls, and now there's like 3, and they're like hollowed out areas on the bottom of tubs. Like hiding inflation is part of that. Printing money is just it's not like a 100% like accurate indicator, but at least it's something to say like there's the economics of printing money are sort of killing everybody in visible ways, very, very slowly, like death by 1,000 cuts that you can never really account for in all ways. We're good at making price comparisons. We're not really good at making comparisons that aren't based on numbers being bigger or smaller than each other. So it's going to be like a slow slide, and real assets like land where it matters are always going to keep going up and sort of be a bit better of an indicator of like what the true inflation rate is. But we definitely don't know what it is. Numbers all over the place can be fucking fudged. I think there was like some American labor numbers today that were just like shat all over by critics, because it's just like, obviously not. Like, look at the state of things and tell me how, that you really think these numbers are the truth. So, getting back to the point, long, slow slide into shit. And sort of that's kind of what you can expect. There's not going to be any particular thing that, where a bubble is there and then it's gone and it's popped and now you have to deal with it. Those are called black swans. We're going to get them, but not like that. Not that we'll pop the fiat bubble forever and all fiat is gone. So, and again, I could be wrong, like in everything. I'm not a fucking economist. I haven't read a book lately. So,
well, you would know less if you did economy, because I've talked to some economists and they're really
Someone said
in the background there. He's like,
people still, no, but like people still define inflation as the rise in prices, and it's like, I mean, if the price of everything is rising, surely it's the fucking currency that's being worth less. But still till today and tomorrow, if you go to an economics class, they still define it as the rise in prices. And it's like, no, it's the currency that's losing value. I mean, why would you like the value of the food is still the same that it was tomorrow. It's not the price of the food that's going up. It's the currency that's going down. But whatever.
Yeah, when they have that consumer price index that uses a basket of goods, and then they fudge the basket of goods or the size of the containers of the goods in the basket start fucking shrinking, then like you can't rely on that metric.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes. No, it's crazy. I was like looking at some stats the other day. I mean, I was talking about this. There's these guys that are trying to get these investors from crypto to basically develop this island off the coast of Queensland. They're trying to raise like 300 mil or something and turn it into a crypto paradise. It's cool. Like, well, we've actually heard that scam before. Anyway, they basically lost a lot of money. The developers had lost a lot of money. Blown through a whole bunch of cash, and now they couldn't raise money through traditional investors. Apparently, they had like this Asian group looking at developing it. That fell through. So then they try to come after us and scam us because the whole idea is shit. And then I said to someone, look, the statistics, like tourism is on a massive decline in Queensland. It's terrible right now. And they said, oh no, tourism is up. It's looking so good. And then I just randomly said, check the ABS statistics. Like, it'll look crap. I mean, when you go or you hear about something or you just know it's not right. That was the case for me. And then he come back to me, he shows me the stats, and he's like, look, it's looking great. Like, it's actually on the rise. And I was like, that's bullshit. No, they fudged them somehow. There's absolutely no fucking way tourism is on the rise. So then I spent like 20 minutes. I started looking, and I was trying to see how the fuck that was possible. And they're actually including, there was like an F on there. They were including they were basically including immigration on that in the tourism stats. And I'm like,
why?
I was like, no.
Wow, I'm visiting forever.
We lost Godson.
That's so funny, man. That is so funny.
Oh my god, that's mental. But that's interesting though. Like, would you, if we're all right and we all get fucking crypto rich as hell, is that the safest place for us to go? Is to like one of these crypto only paradise islands where like
Yeah,
the fucking
we're
boss
going to be
can't
the
get in?
oligarchs, dude. We'll be the higher caste
No.
of society.
No,
Is that
it's
what's
not.
up? Is that what we have to
Bro,
do? Like,
bro,
Okay,
Yeah,
not
dude.
bro,
here.
You gotta go to Burning Man.
Not here. It has to be somewhere like it has to have like sick privacy laws, like really good, like an actual crypto island. I mean, the last place you'd want to come to is Australia. Like, it has to be somewhere that has really good laws.
Let me tell you guys something about poor, countries. If you're rich, you don't want to be amongst rich people. You want to be with poor people. Okay, that's where like your wealth is most magnified, and people have to like physically beg you for money. That's where you want to be. You don't want to be.
I think I'd rather be around rich people, dude.
Fuck that. You don't want to be on some island. You don't want to be on some island, comparing yachts, and everyone's like, "Oh, mine's 3 feet longer than yours."
Yeah, that's
No.
fun as hell. I'll compare yachts.
You want to be where the.
Justin, I don't know if this argument's a very good one.
let's see where he's going with this. Let's see where he's
No,
going.
but like, you want to be where your wealth has the most impact, right? If it's charity, if it's just straight up stunting on poor people, you
Justin, I don't think I have the same definition.
Yeah, that's not in my list of dreams, man.
Just making it rain all over poor people. You're like, ha, fuckers. Like,
It's like, hi, I just bought your restaurant chain and fired you, bitch. That's so fucked up. Why would you do this?
Stunting on poor people.
That's what Godson thinks about.
Have I got it all wrong in life?
Yeah, we have.
I can't wait for the Godson philosophy treatise to come out. Stunting on poor people.
dude, no. Okay, Drake had a song.
Drake?
No, listen. Drake had a song called what? God's Plan, and he shot.
Oh, don't act like you don't know. Come on.
Godson's plan.
It's to stunt on the poor.
Yes, the whole point of that video.
Oh my god.
Just go into like the orphanage. Just go to the orphanage and start dabbing on the kids.
The whole point of that video was to stunt on poor people, and we all praised him for it. Okay, don't tell me stunt on poor people.
God's plan.
No, I actually agree with him there. When I saw the video clip to that, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" He's like going around and like going to schools and like going to the poor kids, like all the kids get toys, like here you go. It's like, what the fuck are they going to do with a toy? I mean, or something like that. It's like it was just funny. It's like I'm Santa Claus, like here you go. I just thought that was bullshit, man. Like.
They did not think about the ramifications of those gifts. Like the strongest dad of the kids in that class is going to take all the other toys from the other kids and sell them in the back alley, and then like, where are you? They're back at zero.
Hashtag Godson's plan, guys.
I love that Godson's plan, dude. Oh my fucking god! All right, one episode. Jesus,
That's way too good. It's way too good.
Think about how many Instagram views you can get if you go to some like poor village in Africa and just giving people like $1 each, right? Fucking.
Someone in the chat says Godson just wants to be worshipped, dude. That's his end game, dude.
I'm joking.
Holy fuck. Okay, we're at about an hour. We could do a little roundup. I don't really care if we go over. It doesn't matter to me, dude. This was great. We didn't even talk about shitcoins anymore. We should just be an economics show now.
We are for this show. This was shit economics talk.
Yeah. Holy
I
fuck.
think we brought it pretty well.
Well, this is still shit coins because we're talking about USD, right?
Yeah, this is fair. That's totally fair. We're talking about shit coins.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah,
Keep ourselves in check. Yeah, we'll just go down the list if you guys can see what you guys have been doing and what you're up to. Godson, go ahead and start us off, dude. You been stunting on any poor people?
Yes. I've been stunting on poor people. No, seriously, like
About to go to the soup kitchen. It's like I want to eat. Here's the Maserati.
God damn it.
Think about it. Think about it. I could
No, I don't want to think about it.
I could shoot a music video. I could get like praise for being a philanthropist. Like, if you want to give people money, you do it anonymously. That's the most like that's the purest way to give people stuff is to be anonymous. But all these guys who are like, yo, I gave $1 billion, in charity funds last year, is like, f off. Anyways, back to the point.
Charity's bad. Charity bad.
Charity's
Spending
bad.
on poor people
Nonsense
good.
plan.
The purest form of charity is from anonymous to anonymous. Okay.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
that's the Jewish rules of charity, man. That's tzedakah, I think it's called.
Yeah. So
Anon to anon.
if you shoot a music video giving some poor people 10 grand and then videotaping it and putting it in your song to make even more money, that's bullshit. Anyways, what Godson is doing is fucking getting wrecked on Bitmex. That's what I've been donating to poor people in the order books.
Doing Arthur Hayes, dude. Fucking smile.
Get that
Oh.
man more teeth. All the way down the back of his
every
throat.
margin call he gets one more tooth, dude. All right.
Oh,
Is that it, Godson? You've just been getting wrecked?
yeah. I'm not even gonna bother anymore.
All right. Bitlord, man, good to have you on the show, man. Thanks for coming on. How are you doing? And what do you got going on?
A tweet just popped into my head and I thought I better tweet it. I just thought, if you want to be involved in the next alt season, sign up here. And I was just going to tweet the Poloniex exchange link. So
Nice.
I just really think Polo and Bitrex are going to lead this next alt season with all this US dollars coming through like Trex, and I dare say Polo are going to announce it soon.
Completely
it's perfect.
agree.
It's perfect. And I'm looking at Polo now and fuck, it's popping off, man. I mean, like 10, 10, 10, 10, 3, 2. I mean, this is like the very start. This is a very start. I mean, it's like last alt season before fucking December. Do you remember? We had that nice bump and then we started coming down. It's like, oh shit. And then boom, it just went like that. And I feel like today is that day. I feel like yesterday was that dip. And I feel like this is going to like really kick off for Polo. So I'm just getting excited actually.
Yeah, it's fucking fat nutsack on that call. So for sure, let's see if
Can I
it
say
works out.
something about Polo real quick?
Sure.
So, a lot of people like me have basically been locked out of their Polo accounts. Okay, I hold some Hunter coin. I hold some Rye coin, some fucking things that are pumping right now, but I cannot sell them because I won't give Polo my DNA sample. So it's like fucking a lot of coins are like strictly locked out of the market, and if it might contribute to an alt season over there because a lot of people have not verified and won't verify. I literally shared like multiple emails with them, and I'm like, can I just like exit the exchange? Can I just like quit the exchange? And they literally sent me a reply saying, "We will hold your coins safely until you verify." And I'm like, "Oh,
Funds
okay.
are safe.
Yeah.
Funds are safe with us.
The word "safely" was used there a bit of as a joke to be like, "Yo, you come back here, or we
Come back here, bro." Like, also, you said something about Ryecoin. Godson, Ryecoin has been delisted for a while now.
Yeah, it got delisted on the second, and I can't sell it. I can't put it out.
It's gone.
Nothing.
It's fucking gone.
Yeah. I feel you, man. Like I hated it when they went through that, and I've still got accounts there that I'll never get into because of that. But I do have they do have my details for like one of my other accounts, and I went through this massive ordeal with Bitrex trying to get into an account, and it did my head in. It really did my head in. I hate it when you sign up to an exchange or you go through that process. It's like, it's not crypto. And then all of a sudden they want your details. They want you to, send them that shit. I can't stand that. But I feel like, that's why I like Binance, because you don't need to do that. But I feel, Polo and Bitrex, they're taking on a new market in the US, and they got to do it. But if we want that old school feel, the closest we get to it these days is like Binance and Bitmex. Bitmex, you can literally sit there and create accounts all day.
Yeah. Yeah, Bitrex and Poloniex want you to like take a selfie and hold a sign up and like hold your license up and
Yeah.
take a picture. You're just like, how the fuck am I supposed to do that? Dude, I only have 2 hands. Like, there's too much stuff going on.
Yeah, a DNA sample. They want a stool sample. They want, they want you to go to your mom and get some eggs. It's just like,
Oh my god, dude. Fuck. All right, not so fast. What's going on? How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. So the theme of bear market while watching all my sort of altcoin bags get deflated is just kind of get fucking positioned for the next round. So I'm not even mining shit because I haven't had time to like troubleshoot my rigs, and it's been hot as fuck. So haven't had my rigs running at home at all. But I have been working on all the other sort of shit, getting involved using this. I don't know why so many people are paying attention to what I say and do, but they are, and so I'm trying to use that for the forces of good. Joining up with the dudes at Honey Miner, I think is I don't know, they're doing some pretty fucking cool shit, and I'm happy to just all I'm doing with them, like I can't answer most questions that you might have about their platform, like specifics and stuff. It's more just like being another voice, like impartial voice on roadmap stuff, and then like potentially being a link to people trying to do something really big on that platform. Because what these guys want to do is enable the tiniest miners and then enable the biggest miners to do even more than what they were doing. So you can imagine what that looks like. And I've taken on like 7 or 8 other ridiculous projects in the background too. So like maybe if we have another pump to the moon, I'll be positioned really well for that in other ways. But for now, just nose to the grindstone fucking work, which just looks like a bunch of cool conversations with people doing cool shit, and trying to say yes to as many as I can, which is, there's a lot of people that are still into crypto and trying to do something awesome in the space. And just at the moment, there's so little interest. Everybody's either burned out or wrecked, or knows somebody else that got wrecked and is not really interested in getting in. So there's definitely like a popular mind share bear market at the same time as the financial bear market. And that's easy to change because fads fucking come and go and people forget. But the price will start going up again, and all those other people start coming back. But I'm just working. Working.
Excellent, dude. Excellent to hear. Roy, talk to me.
Yeah, not much since last time. Kind of sitting on my shit coins as always, long-term investor, yada yada. Other things that I'm kind of working on right now, I think probably this Sunday we're gonna do like a community Cards Against Humanity game based on crypto.
Oh god.
So I made a custom deck.
Nice.
Crowdsource some of the ideas for that, and I'm thinking of getting like 4 or 5 OGs together and just getting together and shooting the shit and having fun. So I'm probably gonna do that this Sunday or next Sunday. I'm not sure yet.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then other than that, I'm thinking someone else gave me the idea to do like Twitch plays Binance. So I'm kind of thinking about that in my head. Like, could we do it? How would we do it? But yeah, those are the kind of cool little shit. Sorry, I'm not like changing the world. I'm just doing fun shit right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm up to.
Smart.
Cool. Yeah, I'm on the same page with Not So Fast. Like, I would agree that now is the time to start looking at stuff, like doing some work, researching and shit, getting involved. While everyone else is kind of scared, I think this is the prime time to be doing that.
Like news says, don't marry a coin, but like if you're interested in doing something, do it, set it up as a contract, work on something for a bit, and then like the contract ends, you're done, and you can go.
Yeah, that's fair. I like the discussion on Poloniex. It's pretty interesting, even though I can't actually trade there because they banned me. So that sucks. But it'll be nice to just sit here and watch. I'll just watch you guys have fun on there.
Freedom.
Yeah, I know, right? Maybe I should go buy a Poloniex account or something. But like other than that, I'm just chilling too. So just doing work and doing shitcoin talks. So
Cool.
about it.
Right.
Any last words, boys?
Hashtag Godson's plan.
Godson's plan.
If we have like content people that are willing to like go to where Godson is and shoot a video of him stunting on the poor,
We can make that happen.
I
Dude.
think that would be better than the black coin video. I think it would
Oh
be better
my
than the
God,
Connect
dude.
video. I think it would be so good. I think it would
Roy,
be
maybe
big
you should
media.
put Twitch plays Binance on the back burner and make that a reality, dude, if you can.
Oh, maybe I should, dude.
Godson's plan, dude.
Man.
As always, the links to these guys' Twitter will be in the description, even though you probably follow them anyway. Like the video, whatever. That's about it, dude. Shitcoin Talk episode 62. That's it.
All right.
Signing off, dude. Bye, boys.
Buy my bags.
All right, bye.
Later, dude.